Pony Car Wars IROC Season 2 Race 3 Sunset Peninsula. Grid set by reverse championship position, so we've got Prague in the lead. We've got Phantom Elise coming around the outside of him, Rambo, Mudslinging on the inside. There's Prague's view of a clean track. Oh, Rambo's just come down the track, bounced off Ken Chicken, hit Spanner, hit Axel and spun. Everybody else seems to have carried on it unscathed. Crazy has gone very high in the track, trying around Spanner. Phantom's pulling the lead. Mudslinger's trying to come up the inside of Prego as well now. Prego's running very, very high. Phantom and Mudslinger fighting for the lead. Ooh, very messy mid-track, loads of cars fighting for position. Phantom, Mudslinger, Ken Chicken, Crazy Dude, Spanner. Crazy Dude went up and hit the wall there. Damage is off on the oval, so he should go away with it, but it's a scrub off from speed. Phantom's looking nice and smooth there. Mud's on the chase. Axel's right behind Mudslinger. Phantom's opening up a little bit of it. Oh no, he's run very high and Mudslinger's looking underneath. Ken Chicken's now taking the high line. This track's got multiple grooves, but ooh, maybe they brushed the wall there. Yeah, scrubbed off a lot of speed, going to get passed by several cars. Spanner going around Phantom Elise. Crazy Dude has gone with him. Ken Chicken's looking as well now. Mudslinger's dropping back a little bit. Phantom's viewpoint, all very tight. About 160 mile an hour in this corner. You're going to ease off the throttle off the start finish straight, roll into the turn, but you don't have to actually brake anywhere on the track. Just play with the loud pedal. Mudslinger's now trailing Charlie, defending series champion. Charlie won't want to get let Crazy Dude get too far ahead, either in time or in points. Deutsch Fiend is just up ahead as well. He's another championship contender. Crazy Dude and Spanner are both in with a good shout at the championship as well. Unfortunately, Headhunter couldn't make it this week, and neither could Moose Knuckle, so they're out of the ring. Phantom's just gone underneath Dodge Machine. That was nice. Can he hold it? He's going to run up the racetrack. Dodge Machine should come underneath. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Still side by side. And yeah, as fast a run as you can out of this turn. Get the power down. That's a good scrap there. They're swapping the lead backwards and forwards between the two of them. I'll say the lead, the position. Considering I don't think Phantom had actually raced on an oval before last week, he's doing very well. Back to the leaders, so it's Crazy Dude being pushed very hard by Spanner, who's trying to go around the outside now. Be 30 laps of this 2.44 mile track. D-shaped oval, along the lines of Michigan or the old California track that went out of use a few years back. Spanner's taking the lead, but Grizzly's right with him. Definitely going to want to come back. Crazy Dude obviously took the win at Daytona last week. And if the guys are starting towards the back of the field, he's obviously made the best start. He's way to the front. Seems to work well in the ovals. Might be the wheel. Obviously the wheel's a bit smoother. Works very well on an oval racetrack. Spanner's having a look at the inside line. Okay, 9 laps gone already. Laps here are around about 50 seconds, just under for the leaders, 49 seconds and change. So Ken Chicken's still in the mix. He'll be looking to get any time back that he can from the 2 leaders while they're fighting. They hold each other up, they'll be able to make up ground. Sparrow's not getting away, but there's a little bit of a gap opened there. No, and then it just disappears. Crazy's looking up. Can't make it. So this is almost 1/3 distance gone. The fastest the cars will be travelling is about just over 180 mph. And the slowest part's about 160, maybe just a shade under, tipping it to the first turn. With it being all left-hand turns and a reasonably, it's not a shallow banked oval, but it's not a high banked oval like Daytona. 32 degrees here. That right front tyre is going to take a lot of hammer, so hopefully they'll last the distance, but it might be a case of who can manage the tyres, who's not pushing it too hard in the early stages, burning them up. Deutsche machine. Looks like he's lost the leaders, but they want to maximise the points haul that he can get. 4th place, it's not bad. Still being chased by Phantom. Although there's a bit of a gap opened up. Moving in smooth, not wobbling, not riding out to the outside wall. Don't do an awful lot of oval racing in Germany, but they did build the Lausitz ring a few years back. Was supposed to host, you know, IndyCar, NASCAR, Formula 1, but the Formula 1 deal fell through, and IndyCar had the massive, awful accident with Alex Zanardi where he lost his legs. So the track's still in operation, but it's mostly just club racing nowadays. Alex and Pregel fighting towards the rear of the field. This is for like 9th position or something. 7th and 8th, I think, perhaps. Pregel's just got back underneath Axel. Axel's looking a bit wild. There's lines all over the place. He's pushed the outside wall there, so the sparks. Doesn't look like he's quite in control of the car all the time. These cars are set up with just a little bit of push in the corners, which is realistic as well. When the real ones were built to make the playing field level between the stock car and IndyCar drivers and the guys that came from road courses, they weren't set up quite as loose as most oval sort of stock cars would have been in the period. They were designed to push a little bit and make you have to slow into the corner on a track like this. All the cars are on identical tunes again, obviously. 470 horsepower, 3,200 pounds. Axel's looking to come back at Pregel again. Slipstream doesn't make as much of a difference on this track as it does at Daytona, but still probably again you'd be losing a second a lap near enough when you're on your own as opposed to running in company. But the opportunities to gain and lose time in the corners are a lot bigger on a track like this. See the different lines there. Pregel's gone high, Axel's taken the low side, and Pregel's managed to carry a little bit more speed than Axel, taking the high line. Didn't have to quite screw off twice quite as much heading to the turn. So we got, that looks like Ken Chicken chasing Spanner. Crazy, just pulling a little bit of the lead on these guys that are maybe slowing each other down a little bit fighting. There's a couple of seconds gap now. I don't think Spanner's going to take that line down. They'll want to get back into second place, but they might be better working together and trying to close that gap back up. Both cars running right down on the inside yellow line, at the bottom of the banking. Don't want to go underneath that line because it can unsettle the car transitioning between the flat and the banking. Neck and neck. Spanner's maybe had to ease up very slightly to avoid hitting the wall there, but he's coming straight back underneath now. Into turn one. Definitely looks like the gap's maybe closed down a little bit on the leader. But not much. Almost a touch there, I think. Barely a fag paper between them. Both drivers very skilled, giving each other a lot of respect and trust, racing like that side by side, running the corner at 160 miles an hour. Anybody gets that wrong, both cars are wiped out. So just the same lap after lap. They're swapping places, one's drafting the other, trying out different lines in the corners. Plenty of practice for the last lap. How's it going to work? You're going to be on the inside, you're going to be outside on that corner. you want to lead in the last lap, or do you want to be the chaser and get the slingshot? But at the moment neither of them are close enough to catch and pass the leader, so they've got that to worry about. Must be about half race distance now. Spanner slingshotting around again, but on board with Rambo. He seems to have caught back up to some of the cars up ahead after his spin early on and losing 10 seconds. That looks like Pregel. The carries rear view mirror. That'd be Axel. And Mr. Boring had to have an unscheduled pit stop. The wall comes up very fast, very close. Pregel's got a good run up the inside. He's going to retake the place. So, who's in the best line in the next corner? Rambo staying low. Pregel's sliding up the racetrack. Right up against the wall. Rambo's flirting with the inside of the track there, just about around the flat. It's not too bad. It's not as big of a transition as on Daytona when you go from 32 degrees to nothing. Talladega's not in the game, but that's got more of a bowl transition, more of a Axel's slapped the wall there a little bit. Could have been disastrous if there'd been damage on. Might have broken the right front suspension. Concrete walls don't have a lot of give, but looks like he's got with it. Back to the fight for second position. Exactly the way we left it, with Spanner and Ken Chicken swapping places. The gap to Crazy Dude hasn't changed at all by the looks of things. Not significantly. Spanner's trying the high line again. Can't make it. Ken Chicken's hugging the inside. Forcing Spanner to go the long way round. He's having a go around the outside. And then swaps the inside. That's a really good fake, that. I like it. That was beautiful. You can actually see daylight between the two cars now. Can he chase down Crazy Dude? Will Ken Chicken catch him back up? Looks like Ken's catching him back up faster than he's catching the leader. But the gaps between the cars are a lot more even now than they were. And Chicken's going outside now. Now he's swapped to the inside. Can't make it though. Dropping to the trail. Just trying to use the draft to stay with Spanner. Laps are coming down. They really want to be up to the leader before the last 2 or 3 so they can plan out and make the move. Stays like this, Crazy Dude will be leading the points into the final race. The starting grid for the final race will be set by points and rather than being reversed, it will be the fastest guys at the front for the final. So good position for the Watkins Glen road track is absolutely crucial. Nice to set up for an oval, but with an oval race you've got more chance of working your way forwards sometimes than on a road race. Axel obviously past Pregel to chase down Rambo. There's a good second gap there for the time being. Axel's still wandering all over the track. High line, low line. Doesn't seem to be picking a groove and sticking with it. Watching Charlie now. Up into 5th position. So no man's land. Got no friends to draft with. There's Dodge Machine. You can see the gap. Well, it's still mitigating the damage done with the points. 5th place is still pretty good. Ooh, brushed the wall there. I was going to say one of the leaders might make a mistake. It could be a crash and pick up some more points, but just for the time being, just keep on chugging. And then see what happens at Watkins Glen. White car, same as he used in the first season. Season 1 we drove we drove 4 different cars. We drove Porsches, Camaros, Mac 2 Camaros, these Camaros, and Pontiac Firebirds. There's Crazy Dude. Oh, we've got some lap traffic in the mix. That must be Pregel. Crazy Dude's coming underneath. Pregel's moving up the racetrack out of the way, which is nice of him. Don't want to get in the way of the leaders. Staying high right out of the way. There we go. Ken and Spanner have come through as well. No drama. Pregel's staying high. Oh, I think that was a touch between Spanner and Ken. Spanner's way up the racetrack. They're all way up the racetrack. Spanner's definitely brushed the walls there, scrubbed it, slowed right down. I think Crazy Dude might have brushed it as well. Ken's got a good run on him. Spanner dropped right back even behind Pregel. So I think that might have cost him a chance at winning the race, because the laps are counting down very rapidly now. Ken Chicken's got a good run. And we'll look at the inside. Got his nose ahead. I think that might be a touch there. Crazy's run up the track towards the wall. Kept it in a straight line. Well, a nice curve anyway. Got a good run on the inside. Yeah, Ken's had to back out to avoid hitting the wall on the outside. And Crazy Dude officially didn't lose the lead, because it only counts across the line, and that's where the replay cut off on lap 29. But as you can see, Crazy Dude, Ken Chicken, Spanner. That's where it finished. So the final race of the season is at Watkins Glen. The Crazy Dude with a maximum point haul there is leading the championship. We'll see what happens.